Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. Yo, I just got done talking about this subject in the previous video, but here we are again. So apparently the comedian Aries Spears, which even though a lot of people, I guess they say they haven't seen much from him lately, he's still been, doing comedy. He might not be necessarily at the forefront, but he still does comedy. And I've seen, I think it was one of his more popular stand-ups. It was a while ago. I thought it was pretty funny, I guess. I don't listen to a whole lot of secular comedians because a lot of times they have a very lewd and vulgar part of their stand-up that I don't be wanting to hear. That's just me personally. So I don't usually listen to a lot of comedians. But anyways, apparently he was on a talk show. I forgot the name of the talk show. And I guess they asked him, what did he think about Lizzo, the singer? And like I said this in the video before. I get it. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. Nobody should have to be forced to like you, okay? We're not entitled to everybody's favor. Although there is a right and a wrong way to go about expressing that, right? Anyways, so he said, and I loosely quote, because I'm not about to repeat exactly what he said, that she resembled the poop emoji, so to speak. Now, that's very disrespectful to say about somebody's daughter. Okay. He could have just said, listen, she's not my cup of tea. Stated some reasons why I think she's, this, I think she's that. She's just not my cup of tea. I don't really like her like that because of XYZ. But the poop emoji thing, it was just unnecessary. And he referred to it as a joke. Now, I done said this time and time again. I have been saying for quite some time that comedians need to moderate what they consider a joke, because some stuff is not funny, okay? Now, of course, you've got the comedians who love to say anybody can get it. We can talk about whoever we want to. We can talk about whatever we want to. But then when they do that and there's backlash, they want to get upset. And then, I'm just like, listen, you're a comedian. You knew when you said that joke, quote, joke, that you were going to have backlash. You knew it. So don't be upset now. Okay, say what you got to say afterwards, but don't be upset because you knew this. Anyways, of course, she snapped back. I think it was at the VMA Awards. She said something along the lines of, again, I'm loosely quoting because I'm not going to repeat exactly what she said. I still got it, or I'm still good, or something like that. I'll put the quote on the screen, I guess. And she kind of, I guess, handled it well. Because usually, sometimes, with Lizzo, let's just be honest, when these things happen, she makes a video, she kind of self-destructs, and I hate that for her, So I'm not in agreement with the swear words, but at least she handled it well, And of course, her fans had some things to say about him, and even people who weren't her fans said that he was wrong for, fat shaming her. And, what he said, like I said, nobody's entitled to like everybody, right? It's fine. Although, like I said, there's just a right and wrong way to express that. There's just things you don't say about people, right? Like, and if you gotta say it that bad, say it in private. Like, even then, you shouldn't be saying it. You shouldn't be talking about people like that. But don't say it, like, in public at least, and damage your reputation and have everybody coming for you on the internet. Because these women were talking about his appearance, his career, saying that he ain't, they said this, mind you, that he ain't getting none, that he ugly, how could he say that, built the way he built. They were dragging him for filth. And I didn't agree with it, to be honest, because I don't think, two wrongs don't make a right now. But he brought this on himself. Like I said, you can't just be out here talking about people like that. I mean, you can, but this is what happens as a result of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I said this in a previous video with the fat shaming. Like, just don't do it. Like I can understand if you went to somebody personally. It's something that you did. You went to them one-on-one. This is not a public thing. Just you and them. You look, listen, you're my friend, you're my sister, you're my brother, whoever. I've noticed you've been putting on the extra pounds. Like, you need to lose some weight because it's just not good for your health to be this size. And it's legit like they're overweight and you're telling this to them, this to them for a health-based reasons, that's completely different than you just completely like talking about them because of their size, Like, I feel like some people are failing to understand that what he said wasn't for her betterment. Like, it wasn't for her improvement. He was just being rude and disrespectful, Like, it's sad we have to go back to kindergarten, grade school, where it's like, okay, before you say something, you have to ask, what's the 3 questions we have to ask? Is it kind? Is it helpful or needed? Is it true? Because that, what he said didn't check off any of them questions, okay? Like, it wasn't kind, it wasn't truthful, it wasn't needed at all. And for some reason, Lizzo has been the target of fat shaming for quite some time now, for whatever reason. I don't know why. People just picked her and decided she's the one we're going to go for all the time. Maybe it's because she's bold, she's, up and in people's faces, like she's not like, I guess, a shy person, so to speak. But I just don't understand why they're always coming for her. Like, she wasn't even really doing anything. Like, she was just minding her business. You know what I'm saying? When he said what he said, like I said, they asked him the question. He could have just submitted his opinion. She doesn't tickle my fancy. Don't really like her. Sorry, I'm not there for her music. But no, he had to go the unneeded extra mile and be rude, which he did not have to do. Like, I'm just not here for people just being rude to people for no real reason, And again, we just got done the same issue with it was a Caucasian woman. I forgot who she was. Some important woman who called Lizzo precious, knowing doggone well she ain't no precious. That was just disrespectful altogether. And a lot of people were trying to say, oh, why you didn't say nothing to that white lady for calling you that, but you had everything to say for Aries. But some people were saying that when she said what she said at the VMAs, that it was an address to all of the people who were being disrespectful towards her because of all of the obvious reasons. Now, this is a clip straight from Aries Spears' Instagram page that he had to say about the clapback, so to speak, or the lashback that he was getting from a lot of the women after he said what he said about Lizzo.
Listen, I know I'm trending right now because of the Lizzo joke. And I just want to say, man, a lot of you women are funny, with the critiques. I ain't funny. I'm fat, unattractive. No woman wants me. They always try to hurt you with what works for you the most. That's what they try to hurt. That's like you break up and you go, that's why you got a little wee-wee and you can't screw. But you've been with him for years. I'm 32 years in this game and I ain't funny. I'm 32 years in this game and I ain't never got no meow. That's hilarious. Y'all don't deal in logic and sense. You deal in emotion and anger. Come with something that's not subjective. Me being unfunny, unattractive, that's not a fact. That's subjective. Stop leading with emotion and anger and come with facts. You heard me? DM me for the link to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. And if there's any women out there that want to give me some meow for some of this, holla at me.
Now, he could have kept that last part, but anyways, that's what he had to say about the lashback he was getting from the women. And again, I'll say, I've been saying this so many times, like I've said before, comedians need to moderate what they think is funny, what they consider a joke, because not everything should be considered a joke. But comedians have gotten to this place where they're untouchable. They can say what they want to. They can joke about what they want to. And I don't believe that 2 wrongs make a right. Like, I get it. Like, that is exactly what people are going to do. Like, if you talk about somebody's appearance, you better make sure you look good, because they're going to come for you and yours, okay? They're going to come for your career. They're going to talk about your job, how much money you are or you aren't making, okay? How much you're getting, how much you're not getting, which shouldn't even be spoken amongst people, because that's personal business. They're going to talk about everything. They're going to use that freedom of right of speech fueled by their vengeance because what you said about who they like. But he brought that on himself by being rude. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying this. I don't agree with, the back and forth, because this is just another thing that's, let's be honest, that's just causing a rift in our community. But actions have consequences. Like, people are real quick to just be like, well, I'm going to say what I want to say, and I don't care who feel what about it. But then when everybody's dragging them for filth, they want to, make videos, go on Instagram. And I'm just like, sir, ma'am, you brought this on yourself. Like, nobody asked you to put that in the interview or, when you were on the talk show. You didn't even have to say that. You could have kept that to yourself. You brought this on yourself. So Do I feel bad that they're dragging him for filth? No, I really don't. Like, it sucks for him, but at the same time, unfortunately, it is giving him publicity. Like I said, I'm glad that Lizzo handled it well. Like I said, minus the curse words, because, that's just me. But she handled it well. It was one of those, I'm shaking the dust off of my feet, because what is you talking about doing for me? Is it taking money out of my pocket? No. So she kept it moving. And that's the way you have to handle some of these situations. But like I said, there's a lot of women that have been responding in Lizzo's offense. All kinds of women. Thin women, thick women have all been coming together and saying that he was wrong for saying that about her, and that he has no right to speak on her appearance, even though he said himself that, he ain't exactly in the best shape, But women have been coming to her defense, and they really been sticking up for her. Like I said, I'm just the type of person where I just don't, I'm not here for just being rude and disrespectful to somebody for, like I said, no legitimate reason. Like, did they say something to you? Did they come for you on the internet? Like, you just woke up and chose verbal violence towards that person for no reason. So, and then too, what makes it worse is that it's coming from a black man towards a black woman. I didn't want to put in the whole black men, black women thing, but a lot of black women are like, this is not fair because it's coming from a black man, So there's always that aspect that's always going to come to bite us all in the butt, because people just can't seem to not be rude on the internet. But anyways, y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments below.